New this afternoon, we are getting a first look at a person of interest in the shooting death of a West Valley teenager. Thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 4. I'm Tram Mai.
I'm Mark Curtis. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham is live at the Avondale Police Department with more. And person of interest versus suspect. What are police giving you? What are they saying?
Yeah, well, so good evening. The Avondale Police Department really not giving much about this investigation. Our requests for interviews as well as information, they have not been returned by the Avondale Police Department. But we do now know that there is a person of interest who has been arrested, but on unrelated charges. And court documents are giving us some insight on this person who police say is an ex-boyfriend of Rihanna Kemplin's.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Can I say something quick before we start?
This is 18-year-old Emilio Andres Rivera, who is a person of interest in the case. A search warrant obtained by detectives states he is suspected of shooting and killing Rihanna. This video is from Sunday morning, showing his first court appearance, charged with 14 counts of criminal damage.
So you're here on a new matter?
Court documents state Emilio Rivera told police he visited Kemplin late Friday night. The two at one point got into a fight over something he'd found on her phone, and he left. But he says he came back to her apartment to slash her car tires so she, quote, wouldn't have the freedom to go around and see other men, end quote. He then told authorities he came back 2 more times, slashing more tires. Police found 14 cars in total were found to have damage. He says he used a kitchen knife from his home. Now, during that court appearance, he was given a $10,000 secured appearance bond, and he does have another court date scheduled for next week. So coming up at 5, we are going to take a closer look at those court documents regarding who made that initial 911 call reporting Kemplin's death. We again will be focusing more on that and what happened with Kemplin coming up tonight at 5. Reporting live, Jade Cunningham, 12 News.
All right, Jade, thank you. So let's take a legal deep dive into this case. Criminal defense attorney Josh Coles, who joins me now. We both read part of that indictment, so I want to bring those details again to the viewer. So this is interesting. Police say that he had a big fight. The suspect slashed the victim's tires. He was wearing a similar mask and clothes that the victim's mother said that he was wearing. There was a 9mm Glock at his place. There was a 9mm shell casing found in the victim's bedroom. I mean, is this all a big coincidence? Why is he still a person of interest and not a suspect?
Well, in any criminal investigation, there's no such thing as coincidence. It's all circumstantial evidence. Right. But the police are doing the right thing here. They're taking their time to build a case. And they don't have to rush things because now he's in custody on other charges unrelated to the case. And that means that they can look at his phone records. They want to ping his phone to see exactly where he was at the time of the homicide. Now, here are the things that we do know, though, that he was there because he was angry at the victim. He was jealous, and he had an unhealthy obsession with her. And he didn't want her to have freedom. Right. So he went around and slashed people's cars.
Right.
So
and her friends that he thought, you know, would be maybe perhaps involved in this too.
Exactly. And, you know, every crime has motive, means, and opportunity. And it seems like the police are really close to having all 3 of those right now.
Okay, so let's play the other side here. What would his defense be?
Well, his defense at this stage is that he didn't do it. That, yes, you know, he does have the motive per se, but it really was somebody else. You know, it would be a third-party defense saying that somebody else also had the motive, and it would be apparent in the text messages on the victim's cell phone, for example. But there would have to be some other evidence that somebody else was involved.
And maybe fingerprints on that 9mm Glock?
Oh, that's going to be crucial. So they did find a 9mm Glock at his mother's house. And you say 9mm because that's the shell casing they found next to the victim's head.
Right.
Because that's where she was shot, unfortunately. And if that shell casing matches to the 9mm found at his mother's house, I mean, he's toast.
Okay. All right. Josh, thank you so much. Mark?